This is a short video to show my great admiration and support for the greatest country in the world, America. Congratulations for your 241 years of awesomeness and freedom. No country in the world has a Bill of Rights quite like yours, America. Their Bill of Rights, in most cases, are barely worth the price of paper it is printed on. Many have tried, but failed to replicate the American Constitution. Stand tall and proud, America, for you are the beacon of liberty, the land of the free, and the home of the brave. Thank you for inspiring many inventions, for being the center of all science, and standing for the rights of everyone. For the triggered lefty watching this, I thank America's intervention in the world to stop Soviet Russia from meddling, because otherwise the world would be full of Cubas, North Koreas, and civil wars like in Colombia with the communist FARC. I'll quote a video that will put all what I've said into perspective, and say more and better than I could ever manage to. Happy Independence Day, America, and thank you. And now with you, Penn and Teller.
Every night in Las Vegas, we express this idea in our live theater show. No, we don't make Mount Rushmore disappear. We'll leave that to Criss Angel.
Teller and I are proud Americans. We consider ourselves to be patriotic, and we got a little more patriotic about 7 years ago when we spent time in Egypt, China, and India. Because nothing can make you love the USA more than overseas travel. And when we were overseas, we were humbled by the realization of how much of our prosperity and our happiness, even our individual personalities, how much of all of that comes directly from the liberties that are symbolized by this flag. But even so, a couple of goofballs handling the flag on stage in Vegas does bring a weird kind of energy to the room. It's an energy we're talking about. We talk about content, because with this piece of cloth on stage, there's a lot to think about. The Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution of the United States of America. This is not the real original Bill of Rights. We can't afford that yet. But all the words, and more importantly, all the ideas are on this paper. We have the Second Amendment, which we deal with rather explicitly in our last bit this evening, and the First Amendment, which is usually abbreviated the Freedom of Speech Amendment. And speech has been defined rather broadly to include symbolic speech, and therefore the Supreme Court has said we can do anything we want with this flag. The thinking seems to be, no matter what happens to the flag physically, symbolically, it's always protected by the Bill of Rights. So we can take a piece of tinder and a very eccentric magic wand, and we are allowed legally to do this. And it's okay. Because even though the flag is gone, the Bill of Rights remains. Well, we like to think we added a little bit of content to that bit. First of all, there's an idea that Teller and I have been talking about forever. And that is what would happen if you were to burn a flag, not in disgust, not in protest of anything, but rather in celebration of the very freedoms that flag symbolizes. But more relevant to our show is the ambiguity. The fact that you don't really know what's going on. And when you leave here tonight, you're thinking about our show, as we hope you will be. Maybe you're gonna go out and have some dessert, nice big slice of apple pie with your mom and your red meat and your handguns. We hope the idea of ambiguity comes up. Did we burn a flag? Did we symbolically burn a flag? Or did we merely vanish a flag in a patriotic flash of fireworks? It's all of those, it's none of those, it's up to you. Most shows and movies and TV are all fake, they're phony, they're fiction. And news and sports are supposed to be real, but Penn and Teller, we like to drive fast right on down the middle, because sometimes we're showing you and telling you the truth as we see it from the bottom of our hearts. And sometimes we're lying, cheating, and swindling. And it's up to you to figure that out. We can only allow you that freedom because we're working in a free country. If we're trying to do our show in another country, a country without our Bill of Rights, kind of, for instance, the Chinese Bill of Rights, well, things would be different. Because if there's one thing a totalitarian government cannot tolerate, it's ambiguity. They don't care very much what you believe, as long as you all believe it together. So it wouldn't be enough to just show you that the flag was fine at the end of the trick. Not in that context, no. Have to show you every step of the way, make sure you're all thinking and feeling the exact same thing, make sure there was no dissent, make sure that you're all united. And once we've done that, once we've laid it all out for you, do whatever we want. Take a piece of chemically treated flash paper and a very eccentric magic wand, and we can do this. But it's a lousy trick. Because the Chinese Bill of Rights is not worth the acetate it's not printed on, and that's why Penn and Teller is so proud to work in the United States of America. On the shore, dimly seen through the mist of the deep, where our foes' haughty host in dread silence reposes, what is that which the breeze of the towering steep, as it fitfully blows, half conceals, half discloses? Now it catches the gleam of the morning's first beam. In full glory reflected, it shines in the stream. 'Tis the star-spangled banner, oh long may it wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
America, fuck yeah!